Wagwan family, man has enough respect. Go ahead and mark yourself present by hitting the like button, family. Now, today I come to talk about the pros and cons of living in a container house. You know, something the government may know, not tell the people. The people of Jamaica need more education about these container houses. As you can see on the right, container house that looking beautiful, right? Nice, decent, beautiful. And it's also cheap, you know. Couple $1,000 can get a nice container and couple of them and cut them open and build a house. But there's something about container house I wanted to know. In Jamaica, I said the government is taking a liking and try to adapt in this container house as a housing solution. Now, I don't see where people in Jamaica are supposed to be paying money through housing trusts and do not get a brick and mortar house and have to end up with a container house. I don't know how these guys suggest that in the first place. This is what I want you guys to ask these guys who suggest this and propose this. Would they live in a container house? Would they leave one of these for their youths as an inheritance? You know? Would they live in a container house, people? No. Let me tell you about container houses, people. Because with my limited knowledge, I used to work at the railroad, people, for years. I work around containers. I see the dangers that are in containers. They carry a lot of chemicals. A lot of these containers carry toxic chemicals. A lot of times you see containers on the roadways, you see them marked with some stickers on the side of it, certain colors and numbers to indicate and mark the chemical they are carrying in it. I've seen chemicals spill at the railroad where us as railroad workers, we have to call the asthma team, special outside team come in dressed in a white suit and mask up and go in these containers and fix the spill. People, these containers are toxic. Besides that, the toxic paint that they have in it and the substance that they put on it to protect it against salt water, that is also very toxic for us to breathe in, people, and it can seep out into the house when you're in there, especially a place like Jamaica where it's very hot. And I know when that place thing get hot like an oven, the heat can also activate certain things. You understand me? Now, do you trust them with your life? Do you trust that these container houses will be properly insulated? Strip the paint out. Toxic paint. Not only does toxic to protect the container against salt water, toxic by just carrying chemical inside of them. Are they going to be properly insulated for us? Are they just going to build some cheap houses, slap some sheetrock over the toxic paint, put some flooring over the toxic flooring board? Question need to be answered here. Although I know this is dangerous, this is something the government probably don't want you guys to hear. In California, there's a standard when regards container house, right? To use a container to make a house in California, the container has to be single use, almost brand new. I repeat, the container has to be single use. That means the container only use one time. The trailer will make one run of oranges, box or whatever. The reason why California adopt this standard, so them can easily track what the container carry. Do you understand me? I repeat, them can easily track and trace what the container carry inside of it. So them can eliminate the threat to the citizens of California. I want to repeat, in California, containers that make houses, and I want to go and do your research, guys. Don't just listen to me, but do your research. Container houses are for single-use containers, so they can easily track what the container carry. This is how toxic and dangerous these containers can be. So a lot of people living in these containers, and even if the container did not carry any chemical, just the paint and whatever they treat the container with to protect it from salt water, it is dangerous and a health hazard. Dangerous to breathe in, and it will seep out inside your house if you're living in a container house. So people, I do not think us as Jamaicans should go for container houses when you're paying money into housing trusts. I know it seems as if a cheaper solution, but it can also be a dumping ground for containers. Some politicians and them friends have business. Them politicians themselves can have business where they are shipping containers. I have them friends where them getting kickbacks. And this is the cause and the reason behind them coming out and promoting container houses after people spend so much in housing trusts. I believe if a private man wants to build a container house in Jamaica, he should go for it. But the government should also educate the citizens about the dangers of living in a container house. And also, it shouldn't be something with the government that propose and a push after the citizens of Jamaica who spend their money in the housing trust. It's as if when you lose the money at SSL, now when I tell the people them say a container house is a better solution. So let me ask this now. So after the government go gamble and lose, dump tens of millions of dollars of our National Housing Trust contribution, this is what they resort to. This is the solution for Jamaican people. After the government lost so much money through SSL, tens of millions of dollars out of our National Housing Trust benefit, this is the solution, container house. Them coming out and promoting container houses after people spend so much in housing trusts. And every year, the PNP and the Labour Right for so long been ripping and raping the housing trust, and now they are coming up with cheaper housing solution, and that housing solution is container house in a place where it's so hot. What you're gonna do if you don't have the air? You have to have air constantly around the clock. What you're gonna do when electricity gone out? Our electricity don't stay long all day, every day. We get cut, electricity cut all the time. So people, this is what I want you guys to know. And hope you guys don't take this lightly, or just take my word for it. Informations are at your fingertips, people. So many information is at your fingertip. You got your phone, you can check it out yourself, and you can see these things. You understand me? I would want to live in a container house. Some people build them as Airbnb, where people cut and go and cut and go. But imagine you're living in one of them and all this seeping out. And the flooring board, are they going to take out the flooring board that is soaked with chemical that I witnessed at the railroad? People, tell me what you think in the comment section about container houses. And I want you to do your research. Don't just, just do your research, right? Anyway, as usual, I am a student in your guys' class. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If it is your first time on this page and you like what we do over here, go ahead and subscribe, family, and join the family. Or you can always go and come back if you're not ready yet. You can always whop it back and join the family whenever you feel like. Anyway, I'm happy you are here in the first place. Manners and enough respect. Share this information. Out.